So let's get stuck into the first leg. It is the November Topaz over the 1900 metres, and some real quality horses and some really good rematches here as well. We've got Interlocutor versus Black on Gold again, and Black on Gold came out and beat New Tipperary the next start, so that's franking that form, and we don't underestimate New Tipperary after all that money just flooded in last time.
Yeah, small field, so much form around each other, these horses. A New Tipperary, big improvement, a much better run for him last start. A really good race. It's a handicap over 1900 metres to kick off the quaddie. A smaller field, so only a steady to fair tempo. Look, the rail's out 6 metres. The rain's coming, so we think it's going to be a soft track. We think the bias will be fair because of that rain, maybe slightly off rail, so hopefully pretty fair racing. Looking for wet trackers across the 3 key factors to kick us off. Soft track's got to be a key factor for these stayers. A jockey, there's a few jockeys coming up from Melbourne that could make all the difference. And scope, a couple of stayers on the rise. We've got to factor that in for sure.
Well, let's kick-start this quaddie at Rosehill Gardens this weekend as we have a look at the market. And there is Interlocutor. It started into the red when markets opened up, and he's still there at $1.80. Black on Gold, who won the Topaz preview at $4.40, beating New Tipperary there at $5. A little bit of specking today for Prince Cherie as well, who was also a big run in that race. But look, this looks like it's Interlocutor, then just a couple there, Mike. The punters are really honing in on just a few.
They are, aren't they? And hopefully after these 2 replays, you can make a pretty quick decision on which horse you like, because they all raced around each other. Embley in the lead, doing the best of the on-paces, beating Dark Eyes home. New Tipperary coming to the outside in the yellow sleeves, like we said before. A much better run from him a couple of weeks ago. But there's the winner, Black on Gold, Kathy O'Hara, along the rails.
Yeah, tough to do sometimes. Come up along the rails, shows so much fight. And New Tipperary, you said it, absolutely smashed in the market when he hits the front here.
Yeah, that betting plunge was such a big indicator he was going to run better, and boy, he did. Talk about running better. Prince Cherie for John O'Shea. He's back for sure.
Well, a week before, over the same distance, let's see how this Interlocutor form ties in. We've got to have a look at this run, Mike.
Yeah, amazing that we can look at this form line and tie it all in just those couple of weeks before. Interlocutor really well back this day. Godolphin Blue, White Cap coming to the outside. His first start on a soft track, and he did really well. We were worried about Black on Gold on the soft track this day as well. Christian Reith riding him so patiently, and he ran on too.
He ran on, but Interlocutor, this was the second leg of a multi into Winks around the country, I think, this day on Cox Plate Day. Good win, very strong.
Yeah, 2 horses in form. We saw Black and Gold win since then. They're going well, but there are weight swings on Saturday.
Let's look at a couple of replays. Let's get stuck into all this analysis now for the quaddie into the first leg. We're going to start with the form and then follow it up with all the key factors for each of the 3 or 4 races. So let's start the race here, Mike, with the form.
Yeah, let's light them up. Interlocutor obviously in form. The Bay Gelding doing really well. The 2 darker horses, Black on Gold and New Tipperary, just behind.
So it's Interlocutor out in front as we hit the key factors and a soft track.
Yeah, most of them okay. Black on Gold. Look, he was okay a couple of starts ago on that soft ground, but still yet to post a really good performance on that soft ground. So the rest get gold, he doesn't.
And an interesting stat, the jockey.
Yeah, there's these carnival jockeys coming back up, aren't they? New Tipperary's got Abdullah, Prince Cherie's got Shin, Dark Eyes has got Hieronymus, and Embley gets Collett back on. They're all big pluses for those 4 horses.
Carnival jockeys making a bit of an impact. How about scope as we round the bend? Who's going to improve the most out of these?
Yeah, the 2 favourites maybe don't have big pluses for jockey, but they are the 2 on the rise with the scope. We've given them a bit of a kicker, but at home you might even give them more of a kicker. They're definitely horses improving. So
it's Interlocutor there, just putting his nose in front as we finish that race. Well, Mike, look, it's time for a bet here. We've got Interlocutor, look, $1.80 favourite. We knew he was going to be on top. He's right there. But look, I also expect for an odds-on pop to see a little bit more in the ratings, a little bit more of a gap there for me. Some punters might be able to play that, but James Cummings, I mean, he's played it so patiently with this horse. We saw that, that key factor scope. I mean, he could have taken him to Melbourne. He's got a fair bit up his sleeve, I think.
Yeah, I think you like him, don't you, Stu? A lot of people at home will like Interlocutor and wonder why he's so close. Look, like we said, if he keeps improving, he's the one to beat on weights, measures on the soft track. We just can't be super confident about him. So we're going a bit creative, we're going a bit wide, we're going for value like you always have to do in these scenarios. Embley, he was good on pace last start, better than it looked. He's a value bet for a place.
Okay, so it's Embley to place there, but look, the punters are going to go a few ways in this race. To kick things off in the first leg of the quaddie,